Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Saturday, early afternoon. Well, it's almost 2 o'clock actually. This is the first time I picked up the phone to record today. So, and look at what I'm starting off with. I made another apple pie. Um, Glenn likes to crisscross top crust, so that's what I did. And this time I left the tin foil around the edges the entire 45 minutes and it looks perfect. Just nicely browned. Oh, if there was smell-o-vision on YouTube, this it smells so good right now. I can't believe it. It just smells so good and it looks delicious. So if you haven't figured it out, that's our dessert for tonight. But I had to use all those apples that I got from the pantry for like 2 weeks in a row. And I told Glenn I need to come up with an apple dessert, and he liked the way the last apple pie tasted, so he said he wouldn't mind having another apple pie. So I made another apple pie. The only difference in this one, besides the crust on top, I did not put those little pieces of butter in there. I'm not sure if that was the reason it got too juicy and it didn't set right, where it didn't, when I cut it out, it didn't come out as actual pie pieces. So yeah, let's see how this sets and if those butter pieces make a difference or not. So I did sprinkle sugar on top. But yeah, it smells so good and it looks delicious. So the only thing we don't have is any ice cream for the side, but I did take out a tub of whipped topping. I like to put it on there. So anyway, that's our dessert. I'm going to get ready. We're going to go outside and see what we get accomplished out there. So thank you all for joining me in my day today, and let's get to it. Hey everyone, so obviously we're outside and obviously I started the fire. So just so you know, I am definitely terrified of starting fires, except it's in the grill with charcoal or propane. But I had something where I burned my eye when I was about 5 years old, and ever since then I haven't lit a match. So but yeah, we got stuff burning. I'm in the process of pulling out the dead zinnias and things like that. So it's a beautiful day. It's about 50 degrees. In the sun it's warmer. So yeah, and I'm probably even sweating a little bit now. So probably should have waited to take my shower till tonight. So all right, I'm gonna get to the fire and I'll get back to us when I start the fire in the grill so we can make some s'mores. All right, everyone, so I am, the fire's pretty much out from burning the chairs. So at least we got that accomplished today. And it's beautiful out right now, so we really don't want to go in the house. So right now I'm going to show you my little wood pile where I told you the wind blew off big branches from the neighbor's tree and I collected them. And I solely had doing a fire in our little grill for s'mores in mind when I picked them up, especially when I saw the bigger pieces. So I'll show you this little pile I'm going to put together. I brought a bucket to put all the wood in and my little handsaw. Glenn and Gypsy are over there by the garage. Glenn's just enjoying some time out of the trailer and his back has been hurting really bad. So if y'all could say a prayer for him so he feels better. But we're just trying to get him out of the trailer for a little while. He feels a little better when he's sitting up in his scooter. So yeah, we're gonna get him outside for a little while today and tomorrow. So I'm gonna break up the wood for the fire tomorrow, and tomorrow we're gonna do the s'mores. So it's gonna get lighter, darker out real early tomorrow. So, and he wants to do that when it's dark, kind of like a campfire at night. And so it'll get dark early enough for that before it starts getting cold. It's supposed to be either 52 or 56 tomorrow, and so that'll be perfect. Monday it's actually supposed to be 62, but really high winds, like 20-mile-per-hour winds. So isn't that tree beautiful behind me? Couldn't have picked a better spot to talk in front of the camera. So all right, yeah, we're just enjoying being outside right now. I hope you guys are having some nice weather wherever you are. And yeah, so let me show you my little wood pile that I got to put together. All right, so all this wood right here I picked up from the further in the backyard from the wind, a little bit of wind we had, and it knocked everything off. So the small twigs obviously will be used to kind of like tinder just to start the fire. And I know that it'll burn good because they're just breaking, so that'll be good. All right, so I'm gonna start just kind of putting it in a bucket and getting it all ready for tomorrow. This stuff, I'm gonna cut this stuff with my hand saw. It's pretty thick and pretty big, so I'll cut some of that stuff up. And we got this one right here is pretty big too. So I gotta make sure I'm looking in the camera so you can see it. Make sure you can see it. But yeah, I'll have to cut this down, and there might be another piece I'll cut down. So yeah, when I saw these, I knew they would be perfect for fire for s'mores. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna work on. So I still have a lot of yard work to do. Just because we had that fire right now doesn't mean I'm done. So you'll be joining me for some yard work in the fall, some fall yard work. I still gotta cut down some tree limbs, and I did pull out the dead zinnias and any dead stuff, some of the dead stuff in the garden. So yeah, I'll take you along for those days. But right now I'm gonna work on this. This is gonna take a lot of work. All right, so got that cut in half, so that'll be a good piece of burn. So I'm not sure what time it is right now, but oh yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. We haven't eaten a thing today, not a thing, not even a piece of toast or anything. So I am so hungry, and I'm sure Glenn is too. So I might just do the little pieces on here because I'm kind of getting pukey. And I think since we're just spending time outside, we are probably just going to pick up a couple steak sandwiches, which is here it's just like hamburgers, flat hamburgers. So we might just pick up a couple of those, and that way I don't have to go inside and cook and waste this beautiful day. So tomorrow I'll grill out some pork chops and make some French fries. Oh. So yeah, I got that piece sawed off, and there's that piece to go with it. I think I'll save this big piece to cut for tomorrow. I'm just going to break up some smaller pieces here. Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you, I am terrified of lighting fires like in a fire pit like I just did. When I was about 5 years old, I was playing with matches in the garage, and it lit up and it scraped across my eye, and I burned my eye, and my whole eye turned gray. But ever since then, I don't think I've ever lit a match. especially those short ones. So how I start the fire in the fire pit, I pour gas on it, and then I take cotton balls, and we taped it around a piece of rebar. Hey, squirrely. A piece of rebar, we taped it there, and I put Vaseline on the cotton ball, and then just kind of stuck it out there, stuck it in the fire pit with my hand, and it lit it up just fine. Yeah, I am terrified to light matches. So I got my bucket here, just filling it up with some stuff. All right, so I'm gonna continue to work on this, and I'll be back. All right, everyone, so I've got my bucket full of little thin ones and kind of thick ones. So tomorrow I'll come back and cut the big one. And the neighbor said we could have a couple of pieces of his wood if we need some. I'll show you his pieces. This is the neighbor's wood. And all the way back there, he has more piles. Huh? Yeah, that's what I said. So he's got the back piles way back there. There's two different piles, and then all this, and then all that. So he said we can have some if we need some to keep our fire going tomorrow. So probably take that up on him to get some of those bigger pieces in there. That way our fire could stay going for a while and maybe warm up Glenn. But for now, that's what I got. And I think we're gonna probably eat soon because we're both starving. All right, so that's it for now. Oh, I wanted to tell you about the hawk that has been taking our squirrels. So I'll show you where he's been taking them, the exact spot both times. And probably I haven't even seen some of the times, but today I had the unfortunate sighting of watching a hawk right where this tree is, right about right here. He was able to grab onto a squirrel, and he pretty much holds it down and spreads his wings over it and then flies off with it. Unfortunately, I was witness to that, and it makes me sad to see the little critters getting taken like that. But we also know that the hawks have to eat too. So it's a circle of life, I guess, in nature. But I just don't want to see it. But that is the second sighting in that exact same spot. I saw a hawk get a squirrel. I saw it 3 times there. Once he missed, and the last 2 times that I saw it, he got himself a squirrel. And who knows how many other times he hangs out there waiting for the squirrels around here. So unfortunate for the squirrels, and makes us sad. But the hawk has to eat too, I guess. And I guess you can't blame them for that circle of life in nature. All right, I'm gonna head over there. There's a dark-eyed junco in this, where am I at? This feeder right here. There's a dark-eyed junco in there. Those little gray birds that you're seeing in the feeders, those are called dark-eyed juncos, and they're referred to as snowbirds because they only come in the winter. They arrive in the early fall, and they stay through the about early spring, and then they head out. So they've got the cutest little pewter sounds. In my last bird video, you should have heard some of them, but yeah, he just flew off. Oh, there's like 2 more in there right now. So cool. I love seeing it. All right, so otherwise I'll keep you here watching all day long. Okay, everyone, so this is one of my projects. It has been for the past couple summers, and I just never did it. So this tree is just grown from weeds, and it sticks out way over here in the grass, so I can no longer just drive under it and cut the grass. So I need to cut this big branch off right here and all these that hang down. And then also this tree, I cut this down before and it's grown back, but all these branches that come way out here, they hang real low when they're full of leaves. And I always have to duck down so I don't poke my eyes out when I'm cutting grass. So that's another project. This is the very end of our backyard here. You can see the sun shining through. But these here are the neighbors. This is pretty much the property line right here. But when we first moved in here, these 3 trees, I could reach the top of them. And now look how tall they are. Oh, that's beautiful with the blue sky there. You see pine cones way up there. And I love to come when it snows and just take video and pictures of these trees. And this is our pine tree. This tree has grown quite a bit since we moved in. But I got to get this branch out and another branch over there. So yeah, we got some more yard work to do out here. So I hope you're up for it, because I'm going to bring you guys along. All right, Glenn and Gypsy are just walking around or scooting around the backyard here. Glenn doesn't want to be on video. He's not, hold on. He's not much for videos, so I won't take it of him. All right, everyone. So that was the last of what I recorded for the day. So I didn't do an outro or anything. So just to finish up, what we did is Glenn and I and Gypsy walked around the back of our yard for a little bit and just kind of looked around, enjoying the weather. And we were actually saying how nice it would be to have a fire pit at this end of our yard where all the pine trees are, and have a fall fire, and just kind of thinking of stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see what next year brings for that. But we walked around the yard and eventually walked back up to the house, and just taking notice of things that need to be done in the fall still. So that means yard work for me is what it means. But that's okay. It just means spending time outside. And so with the weather for pretty much most of November, it looks like anywhere from 40s to 50s. So it might be a good chance for Glenn to spend the fall outside. Um, as soon as we walked back in, we did a couple things in the garage, and then we were just really getting hungry at that point. We still hadn't eaten anything, so I went to go pick us up our steak burgers, and Glenn and I ate inside the trailer. The temperature dropped about 10 degrees by the time we were done. We were still outside, and we could feel the air getting real crisp and cold. So we knew it was time for Glenn to go inside. So we ate inside. And I don't know if it's just the older I get, it seems like being outside, um, like today we were outside. It seems like when it gets cold outside and I spend some time outside and then I go in the house, I just get really chilled and my body feels like it's getting sick. But then if I just take a nap or something, I start to feel better later on. And that was what happened with Glenn and I. By the time we ate, we got to our burgers, we were both feeling a little under the weather. So I finished eating with Glenn in the trailer, and then I went in the house, and Glenn laid down in the trailer, and I laid down in the house, and we both basically took a nap. So that's pretty much how we ended our day. And when I went in the house, I threw on a Christmas movie on Hallmark on Friendly TV, and I reclined back and covered up with a quilt I had gotten from the food pantry a long time ago, and it's nice and heavy, so I covered up with it. And after I woke up from my nap, I felt a little better, still a little under the weather, but a lot better than I felt before. So that's pretty much how we ended the day. It was just nice to be outside and have Glenn outside during this fall time, because if he had gone in the house already, there he would have been in bed in the house rather than spending this time outside where he's just enjoying the weather and the fall time. So that was all of our day outside. I hope you'll join us for tomorrow when we have our s'mores, and it's going to be 56 degrees, even warmer than today was. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed our time outside. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I really appreciate all the support and the comments and the new viewers and all of you that have been with me for a long time. So with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.